Hi, I'm Mami. Today I want to talk about sound making, maybe? Sound. The other day I mentioned about depends on the direction, and I said you to pay attention to what kind of sound you're making without doing this. Only the air direction, without doing too much movement. You don't need to do it. I mean, actually, you don't want to do it. If you do this, you will lose the balance of the pitch between the notes. But anyway, so when you're doing this, and you will think about, you reaching this way, or reaching this way, reaching more like this way, going down. And then you can think about, so now I will start talking about it a little bit different. You can think about where your air, like for example, your air coming out from mouth is like a wide tape, like a masking tape, wide masking tape. But it will meet. It's not just masking tape that going there like that and then cut. No, it's your air is kind of connecting, kind of concentrating, focusing somewhere. It's imagination, but you need to imagine it. So going like this. So when you're playing, flute, you have instrument here. You want to think about how far from here to this, focused spot is. And depends on the height of the note, depends on volume, depends on depends on the sound, which part of music you're playing. It depends on the note before the note or after the note. But you want to think about where your this like a tape of the air is ending, focusing. Could be very close, or could be pretty far. So this is melody. Example. I don't use tonguing when I do this. When I explore something like this, I don't use tonguing. I almost feel like my air is going right above this lip here. It's like there's a little air pocket or something here, and it's floating right there. And then it's focusing, maybe right on here. That's how I feel. Or I can do this one. So this, what I did was, I will move my lips a little bit this way. As I'm making sound, I move this air a little bit this way, and air will go. It's like like a duck lips. I mean a duck beak, like that, little bit, and then a little bit air. The tape I was talking about is going like a little bit this way, like that. So it sounds different. Earlier was like this. It's still concentrating, but it's kind of softer sound. become a little bit harsh sound, more vivid sound. So both a good note, good sound for me. I can use both way, but I will exaggerate so that you can understand more what I'm demonstrating. So D, like this. This is my, I would say this is center. It's still concentrating, it's a G sound, but a little bit off. It's like a little, it doesn't have a, like a, something, I don't know how to say, it doesn't have a shape. You can feel that, right? Okay. Then, so my concentrate, end of the tape is kind of coming down like this way, little by little, closer to here. Off sound is like a, it doesn't have a shape. And then I'm kind of keeping the end of the tape a little bit closer, closer, closer. I can do more. So my air is going here very closely. I'm playing around here. Usually, I don't think I will use that kind of sound because it became too flat. But you want to know the possibility of the sound that you can make. And then, oh, I don't like that sound, then don't use it. Or when you have this note, for example, this D, between that, the some kind of phrase, da-di-da-di-da-da, there's a D note. You may need to use this kind of little flat sound to connect to the next note. That means if that, little flat, not so good sound, if that note is not available to you, the connection between the different note to the other different note, you cannot do this connection smoothly because you don't have this D sound available. So, what should I say? Basically what I'm saying is explore the possibility of the sound you can make as much as possible, because unless it's completely windy, sometimes you use windy sound in contemporary music, but basically if too much windy sound you don't want to use in the music. But if you start to make a little shape of the sound, you may have the reason to use that little, not so good, but still it has sound. What I'm saying is that, you want to have the ability to play any kind of note under any kind of circumstances. Maybe, I hope you understood what I said. Anyway, so exploring the sound, many different type of sound for the one note is very useful. So this is like a preparation of the color palette that I always talk about. You have many different kind of blue. This is the time you explore. You prepare many different type of blue color on your palette. Okay, I will do one more time. I wanna say one more thing. So you would think that when you're playing flute, you're playing only this direction, right? This direction. Actually, you can play this way. Okay, this way, or this way. It depends on the speed of your air and distance of the focusing spot. And this hole is not completely round, right? It has little, this kind of shape. So there are so many spots that you can create sound, from your mouth hole to maybe here. Instead of going here, if you do this way, you will be able to make more distance between this hole to this. You may be able to make interesting sound. Interesting means it's not strange, nice sound. So I can make sound with any direction. Even I can play this way. Of course, I cannot play with finger, but this way I can make sound too. You can if you try. So that much flute is very flexible. This modern flute is a very flexible instrument to make many different kind of sound. So the last part is a little like too much information, but maybe you can have fun with it. Okay. Thank you for listening. It became a little too long. Thank you and see you next time. Bye.